Hello, welcome to the Ask Planets. This is Yashraj, and in this video, I am going to tell about the daily predictive techniques. Daily predictive techniques are those techniques by which you can predict the daily events of your life. Okay, what are daily events? Means you can predict the day events. Okay, what is happening in your particular day using these techniques. So this can be very useful for anyone because using this you can predict that when you will get the job, or when are you going to travel the next day, or what is going to happen the next day. Okay, you will be able to predict this, but please make sure that use this technique cautiously, because this can be dangerous if you are using so much and can make you mad as well. Okay, so please be aware of it, that it can be dangerous for you as well. You must have seen that many astrologers predict the day of the event, that on this day you will be getting married, or on this day you will be getting the job. Okay, and many times they use this technique as well. There are many others, but this is also the part of that one, by which they predict the day of the event. Okay, so it can be very useful, but it can be very dangerous as well. So to get the technique, please make sure that you are watching the full video. Okay, because I will be giving a lot of shuttle techniques of it related to it in this whole video. Okay, so please make sure that you are watching the complete video. So coming to the topic, daily predictive techniques has a lot of things in it. Okay, but what I am sharing you today, that is the most important one, using the Tithi Lord. In Vedic culture, we use the Tithi uh, to time or to see the auspiciousness or the negative thing of the day. In English calendar, this is not so. In English calendar, we have different things you must have known, but in Vedic calendar or in Hindu calendar, we have Tithis. Okay, you must have listened the name of Tithis like Pratipada, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Sashti, Saptami, Ashtami, like this. Okay, Ekadasi, the very popular tithi, because people fast on this tithi. So they are the tithis, and they are very important to predict the daily events of your life, because every tithi has the planetary lordship. Okay, I am not going to tell the every lordship of every tithi. Okay, but you can Google it. You can get it from anywhere if you do not know. But for your glance, let me tell few tithi lords. But for your example, Pratipada is the first tithi, so the lord will be sun. The next is Ditya, the lord will be moon. Similarly, we are going to the Saptami tithi, the lord will be Saturn, because 7 days of the week and there are 7 tithis. But what about Ashtami? Ashtami will be the lord of Rahu. Okay, so Ashtami is ruled by Rahu, and again Naomi will come, because then again Sun will be the lord of Naomi, and we will go up to the Purnima or the Amavasya, because tithis are basically based on the lunar cycle of the moon. Okay, so I hope that you are getting the point of the tithis. Now coming to the technique. Now every tithi has some lordships, and you must be born on some tithi as well. So that tithi lord, okay, which is currently operating in the transit, means for suppose today is Ashtami tithi. Okay, so the lord of the tithi is Rahu, and now Rahu in your horoscope is very active for that particular day. So wherever your Rahu will be, that is going to be get activated for that particular day. Okay, so you can predict using this one, that if Lord Rahu is activated for the particular day on the Ashtami Tithi, so events related to Rahu is going to happen in your life. Okay, for example, if your Rahu is in the 12th house, then you may go to hospitals, you may go to some travel, you may have some late night party on that day as well. Okay, so this is the result. Similarly, you should use the Tithi Lord and see where the Tithi Lord is placed in your horoscope. Take another example. Suppose Purnima Tithi. Okay, so the Lord of Purnima Tithi is Saturn. So wherever the Saturn will be in your horoscope, Okay, that part of the horoscope is activated now for that particular tithi only. Okay, so that will be going to happen in your life now for that day. Okay, but you must be thinking that this will happen all time, every time some tithi will activate, but the planets in your horoscope will not change, so the events will not repeat as well. Now here comes the role of transit. Okay, where the tithi lords are transiting in your horoscope is very very important as well. For example, currently Saturn is transiting in Capricorn, and tithi lord is also Capricorn for that particular day. And so we will see the Saturn in your horoscope, where it is situated and what is it is happening in the transit, means where it is in transit in your horoscope. Okay, so we will use it, both the placement of Saturn, the natal Saturn and the transiting Saturn. We will see the relationship between them, and then we will predict the event related to that particular day. Okay, apart from this, if you can use the transit for that particular day, that where is moon, where are all other planets. Okay, so you can predict very very accurately if you are using the transit of the tithi lord and transit of the all other planets on your horoscope, and trying to make some conclusion out of it. So in this way, you can predict very, very effectively using the Tithi Lord for that particular day. But one thing for sure, that if any Tithi Lord is activated for that day, so that Tithi Lord planet placement in your horoscope will be get activated, and that will must happen in your life. Okay, it may prevail in some other way based on the transit and based on the other things, but that is going to happen at any cost, that is activated. Okay, so in this way you can predict using the tithi lord about your day. Okay, and this is very very perfect technique which I have tested and I have predicted many times. Okay, the day of the birth of the child, the day of the marriage, okay, even the day of the getting job. Okay, using this technique we can predict. So let me share example with you, so you can be much more clearer about the technique. So this is the chart of Shrimati Indira Gandhi. Okay, so the first lady prime minister of our country, India. In her chart you can see that she was having all these planetary configurations, but we are going to see the tithi magic of the tithi lord, that how we can predict the daily events of the life. Okay, so we are taking the date of her assassination, assassinated on 31st October 1984. So what was the tithi for that day? Let's see. So this is the day, Delhi, India. 1930 was the time when she got assassinated. And what is the tithi lord? Let's see. It is automatically calculated with this software. So it is showing Shukla Ashtami. So the lord of the Shukla Ashtami is Rahu. Okay, now we will see the Rahu in her horoscope. First we will see that where the Rahu is in her horoscope. In her horoscope, Rahu is in the 6th house, in the sign of Sagittarius, and with Venus, and that Venus is having very bad exchange with Jupiter, 6th lord and 11th lord. So this is not a very beautiful situation here for Rahu. Okay, so Ashtami Tithi is not good Tithi for her. And when the longevity is completed and all of other things are met in horoscope, then Tithi Lord will do its work. Here Rahu is the Tithi Lord, and the Venus is the planet with where Rahu is placed. And it is very important to see the Arudha Pada, or you can say the Bhav Pada. The Bhav Pada where Rahu is placed is 8th P. Okay, 8th P is well known for the sudden events and for the other accidents, or some difficult events. Okay, if it is falling in the 6th house, because 6th house is naturally a malefic house, or not a very good house. So here Rahu is falling in the 6th house, it is with the 8th P in the sign of Sagittarius with Venus. Okay, see, so you can see that she was in her residence, and Venus is the lord of the residence, fourth lord. It is with Rahu. So Rahu is going to give the results of the Venus as well, and the sixth house as well, and of the sign Sagittarius as well. And where, because it is placed in the 8th P and the 10th P, so it will give all these results for that day. All these things are activated, but only that will prevail, which is going to be seen in the other things as well, and especially the transit. So here Rahu is activated all these things. So what happened? She got sought in at her residence because of the religion controversies. So this is the event which happened, but Ashtami Tithi would have come in her life many times, but she was not shot dead every time. Okay, at least what can happen at Ashtami Tithi with this Rahu, that she will be little uncomfortable on those days. But here, when longevity was completed and other things was matching as well, so Tithi Lord worked very well. So in this way, you can predict the daily events, but you have to be dependent on the transit as well. Now we will see the transit here, that where the Rahu was transiting on that day. Rahu was transiting on this day. Is uh, Rahu is transiting in the 11th house. This is the transit of the 31st October 1984. The Rahu was transiting in the 11th house. The Lord of the 11th, because Rahu is having no lordship, so we will see the dispositor of that lordship. So the Lord was in birth horoscope was in the 6th house. Rahu was transiting from the 11th house. Okay, and in transit the Lord was in the Scorpio sign, and that is in Pap Kartari. Okay, from Mars and Sun, all these were giving the Pap Kartari to the Lord as well, Venus. So the Tithi Lord is not very auspicious for her, and the transit was also not very good. Okay, so it resulted very badly in her life, that she received such a difficult end. Okay, now we can see in the divisional horoscope as well the placement of the Rahu, where the Rahu is placed in the divisional horoscopes. Okay, that will also help us to further see. And here you can see the Tithi Lord is Rahu in Navansha. Rahu is in the 8th house. Sorry, the Lord of Rahu is in the 8th house, and where Venus and Mercury are aspected by Saturn. So here also Rahu is not looking very good. In D3 we will also see, because for death like event we will see D3 as well. Okay, here Rahu is heavily afflicted. So here Rahu was with Mars, the violence which we can see, the assassination, the guns, the use of guns for her demise, and aspected by Saturn as well, and all this happening in the sign of Sagittarius, dharma, or the sign of religion. Okay, so you can see that how well the daily predictive techniques work. Okay, because Rahu was the Lord, the Tithi Lord was Rahu, and Rahu was activated in her horoscope throughout the horoscope. Okay, not only in D1, it is in throughout the horoscope. It will be seen in the D9, D60, D3, everywhere. Wherever the Rahu is there, that is going to happen. Okay, so in this way, you can use Tithi Lord. Okay, based on your thought process, based on your intelligence, and using other methods, but Tithi Lord will give you the final answer, that what is going to happen on this day. That is must. Now we will see the same thing for her marriage. She got married on 26th of March 1942. Now we will see what was the planetary positions at transit. The transit is here, where moon is in Lagna, all these things. But we have to see the Tithi Lord. What was the Tithi Lord on that day? Tithi Lord was Shukla Dashmi. Now the Lord of Shukla Dashmi is moon, and where the moon is placed in her horoscope, we will see first. So moon in her horoscope is in the seventh house because she was getting married. So moon is in the seventh house of the partner of the marriage and aspected by the seventh lord as well. So you can see that how fine this technique is. Okay, the Tithi lord is moon, and this moon is going to give all these things. Okay, the event related to the seventh house, marriage, etc. But this Dashmi Tithi was just started. Earlier it was Navami Tithi. Okay, so the Navami Tithi, the Lord is Sun. You must remember that for marriage, the ninth house, the fifth house, and the seventh house are the most important houses for marriage. So here you see that Sun is the Lord of second, and it is in the fifth house, aspected by the Jupiter, the ninth Lord, because ninth Lord is the rituals and all those things in marriage. Even if you are doing the court marriage, the role of the ninth house is very, very important along with the sixth house. So here, Sun is also activated because Navami was a Tithi earlier throughout the day, and Mars is aspecting, Jupiter is aspecting. So this is activated as well. Okay, in her horoscope, the Sun and the Mars, all this. So it is also showing some kind of auspicious events in her life, not the tragic as Rahu was giving. Okay, here Mars and Sun are in the sixth house and aspected by the fifth lord. Here, ninth lord and the fifth lord are again in association with the Sun and Mars. Here also, it is a kind of okay thing, but Moon earlier, when Moon started, the event related to marriage was much more clearer with the Moon as Dashmi Tithi Lord. Okay, earlier it was Nomi, but Nomi is also good. It is not bad as Rahu was. Okay, because here it is not good association. Here you can see the ninth and fifth are aspecting the sun, making it auspicious. But here, who is aspecting? Venus and Mercury both are malefic for this lagna, and Saturn is also malefic for this lagna. So it is not good. That's why Rahu gave so difficult result. Okay, so in this way, you can predict using the daily predictive techniques, and this is the one part. Now, let me share few more things related to the same technique, that your spouse must be born on some day. Okay, so you, whether you are born or not born, but at least you can see what was the tithi on her birthday. Okay, now you can see that Tithi Lord in your horoscope, that where that Tithi Lord is there, placed in your horoscope. Okay, that will tell whether she will be your spouse or not. Because when she is coming on this planet, okay, then unknowingly or unknowingly an event related to your marriage has happened. Okay, now you will see that on which Tithi she is born or he is born, and you should see that Tithi Lord connection with the ninth house or the seventh house. Okay, if it is, then that person can be your spouse. Okay, so this is also a way to see the Tithi Lord. Similarly, you can apply for your parents as well. This works for in rectification. For parents, you can see the Tithi Lord of your father. Okay, that Tithi Lord will be always related to the your ninth house because your father was born on that day, whether you are born on this planet or not. Okay, but this works. Similarly, you can do for your kids. The Tithi Lord of your kid will always relate to the fifth house of your horoscope or the ninth house of your horoscope, mostly the fifth house. Okay, so in this way also Tithi Lord works, that unknowingly or knowingly when event has happened for you, okay, that will reflect in your horoscope with this Tithi Lord as well. Okay, so this is the magic of Tithi Lord and daily predictive technique. You can predict anything, that you can tell your friend that tomorrow you are going to travel using this technique. You can see that Tithi Lord is falling in the third house or the 12th house or the ninth house, okay, for that particular day. Then you can say that you are going to travel next day. Okay, so in this way you can predict using Tithi Lords. and I hope that you would have got the technique. Okay, so please like this video, and I request you that please share this channel as much as possible. Okay, because I will be posting a lot of informative videos where you will not get on any YouTube channel. Okay, on astrology. Thank you. Keep supporting.